Hi everyone, and welcome to week 3 of the Lifescaping Health Transformation Sessions. I hope week 2 went well for you in that you learned to pay a little more attention to getting all 3 macronutrients into each meal. Remember, your proteins, your complex carbohydrates, and your good fats. Today I'd like to talk about water. Water is the most abundant and important substance in your body and a huge contributor to the health of your cells. You can't live for more than 3 days without it. I remember when we went to the Grand Canyon being told by our tour guide that she knew a guy who went into the canyon with his big plastic jug of water. Somehow he got a leak in the jug and he didn't last for more than 3 days. Apparently, stories like this are quite common in the Grand Canyon. Water is involved in almost every bodily function, from circulation, digestion, and absorption to elimination. It also helps transport important vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and electrolytes to all the different parts of your body to help it function properly. If you don't already drink a lot of water throughout the day, I don't think you'll be surprised to hear me say that I'd like you to start learning how to do that. However, there's a lot of conflicting and confusing information floating around about water. So I'd like to explain a little bit about why water is important and how to ensure you're getting the best water possible for your body. You've probably heard that you should drink 8 glasses a day. Well, we'll talk about whether that's really the right amount for you. But what's true is that when you're in the process of losing weight, there is a really good reason for drinking water. Fat cells don't just store fat. They're a bit of a natural hideout for toxins also. When you were gaining the weight, toxins were also being deposited into your fat storage. As your body begins to lose weight, your fat cells will start releasing these toxins back into your bloodstream. It sounds creepy, but this too is a natural occurrence. Chances are you'll go through periods of feeling a little bit lousy when you first start to lose your weight. People commonly complain of having no energy, being foggy-headed, or even having flu-like symptoms. We're all a little bit different in how we're affected, but chances are you will be affected somehow. The good news is that water is your friend. It can really help you. Drinking plenty of water is going to help your kidneys, the body's natural filtering system, to filter out any toxins that are released by your weight loss, kind of like flushing out a cold with water. So how do you know how much water you should drink? Well, a good rule of thumb is ½ ounce per pound of body weight. So a 200-pound man, for example, that would be 100 ounces, almost 3 liters a day. Now keep in mind that it's important to continue to recalculate the amount as you lose your weight and become smaller. Too much of anything is never a good idea. If you're drinking way too much water, you can actually start to filter out your electrolytes. These are very important to the body, and without them, you may start to feel or get cramps in your legs or in your feet. So recalculate as you lose weight. The best way to get your water is to try and sip it all day long, continually adding this water to your body. This will keep your kidney system filtering all day. Drinking water at a gradual rate throughout the day will also keep back any hunger pains and will help keep you regular. If you start exercising, you'll need to raise your daily intake. Basically, if you start to sweat more, you'll need more. That could mean an extra glass or 2 throughout the day. Just listen to your body and it will tell you. Drinking too much water during mealtime is not a great idea. It'll dilute your stomach acids and can lead to you having digestive troubles. People with reflux often can fix their problem just by slowing down at mealtime, lowering their portions, and not diluting their stomach acids with water. If you need to drink during meals, try having little sips of warm water. And after your meal, let your stomach digest for a while before you start having water again. Now, the quality of your water will also make a difference. Because it's so important to your health, you should know what's what your water contains. The world's current problems with pollution makes water contamination pretty much inescapable. You should try to get the best quality water that you can. So, how do we do this in a practical way? Well, if you live in the country and have well water, this may be your best choice. Well water tends to have a lot of good healthy minerals in it. It's very simple to have a sample of your water tested to make sure it doesn't have any contaminants like E. coli or other bacteria. You can pick up a free water testing bottle at your local grocery store or at your pharmacy. If your well is contaminated or you live on city water, you may want to consider getting a filter. This will be much better than bottled or tap water. I want to caution you about drinking bottled water. In many cases, it can be just treated city water, and you have no control over how long it's been sitting in the bottle. Worst of all is that toxins get leached out of the plastic into the water. Some of these are what's called xenoestrogens. These are the estrogens that you want to stay away from. They're very dangerous when they accumulate in the body. Now, I've attached a really helpful article about various water filters. The Wellness Mama does a really good job of showing the different options with their pros and cons. I strongly recommend you go through her article to see what options would best suit you. Now, when I was in nutrition school, it seemed that everyone's favorite was a water system called the Big Berkey. You can even get an extra filter to remove fluoride. If you research fluoride, you will learn that the main reason it's in our water is because they didn't have a better way to dispose of it. Fluoride is not a healthy chemical to ingest. People who live on well water don't have more trouble with their teeth. So the Big Berkey is a favorite among the natural health community. For now, that's enough about water. It's really important in your journey that you drink your suggested amount every day, have your tea or coffee at mealtime as part of your meal, and stay away from puffer juice. That's all sugar. A good idea is that every time you fill up your glass, remember to recite your affirmations. So good luck, have fun, choose to be happy, and I'll see you next week.